Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Quarantini Cocktail Hour. This is a really good show. I'm excited. Like I said last week, we're cutting the shows down to, I think it's going to be three guests, three segments, actually. There might be multiple guests in one segment, but yeah, so it's going to be a really fun show. I'm super excited. I'm sure you've seen all the ads for it on Facebook and everywhere else. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day today, and it's November. It's like, I want to say it's like 20 degrees. I'm totally fine with that. So thanks for, I guess if you're outside, then that's nice. But if you're inside watching, like, thanks for like sacrificing the nice weather to watch me. So yeah, last week I was talking to Nick Tataishi, the guitar player that we had on. And I was talking to him about my Christmas song that I wrote, and he produced it. And it's on this side. Yep. And you can now pre-order that on iTunes. And if you do that, it will help me get on a chart and whatnot. And the full release on like all platforms is on November 16th. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm super excited about it. So I'm gonna sing a couple songs off the top here. And then we'll have our first guests on. Yeah. So this is a song that I wrote back in May, and it's called Put Your Love on Me. Ever imagine what it would be like to fall in love, never asking why? What if I were to reimagine all the things I never thought I'd try? Young, dumb, and in love, sky's the limit above us, and nothing's really getting in the way. The feeling makes you crazy in the morning light. It's the same love that's bound to keep you up at night. 1,000 beats per minute, I finally understand. I get a little dizzy, I can hardly breathe. Everything you do makes me weak in the knees. 10,000 beats per minute, I finally understand. You put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. You put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. No more looking back, no time for the past. Just focusing, look into my eyes. And all those who judged you, all the fake ones who don't give a let's go and live our lives. Young, dumb, and in love, sky's the limit above us, and nothing's really getting in the way. The feeling makes you crazy in the morning light. It's the same love that's bound to keep you up at night. 1,000 beats per minute, I finally understand. I get a little dizzy, I can hardly breathe. Everything you do makes me weak in the knees. 10,000 beats per minute, I finally understand. You put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. You put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. The feeling makes you crazy in the morning light. It's the same love that's bound to keep you up at night. 1,000 beats per minute, I finally understand. I get a little dizzy, I can hardly breathe. Everything you do makes me weak in the knees. 10,000 beats per minute, oh no, no. Put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. You put your love on me, put your love on me. Baby, take my hand, I finally understand. You put your love on me. Thank you. So that was my song, Put Your Love on Me. And I wrote it as a part of that songwriting challenge. I'm honestly considering doing another one of those, just because like it pushed me to like, be a better writer, and forced me to come up with ideas and whatnot. So good exercise if anyone like is into writing and whatnot, I highly suggest you just force yourself to write sometimes. I mean, it's not the way to go all the time, but like sit yourself down and challenge yourself and see how your brain works under pressure. Yeah. So I'm going to sing, excuse me. I'm going to sing another song, and then I will have my first guest on. So, this artist is one of my biggest influences, and a lot of the more melancholy songs that I write come from his inspiration. So, this is a Bruno Major song, which I'm sure you've heard me talk about him before, but it's a really beautiful song, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Places We Won't Walk, which is just the title is just like, ooh, I wonder what that song has to offer, but it's beautiful. Sunlight dances off the leaves, birds of red color the trees, flowers filled with buzzing bees, in the places we won't walk. Neon lights shine bold and bright, buildings grow at dizzying heights, people come alive at night, in the places we won't walk. Children cry and laugh and play, slowly hair will turn to gray. We will smile to end each day, in the places we walk. Family look on in awe, petals decorate the floor, waves gently stroke the shore, in the places we won't walk. Children cry and laugh and play, slowly hair will turn to gray. We will smile to end each day, in the places we walk. So that was called The Places We Won't Walk by Bruno Major. Such a sweet little ditty. That's what I like to call it. So, let's get on with it. So my first guests, there's two of them, and they're going to be on here at the same time. They are the directors of the TD Niagara Jazz Fest, and they're these wonderful musicians, jazz artists, recording artists, etc. I could go on, but I'll let them talk more about it. So please welcome Juliet, Dunn, and Peter Shea.
Hi, Avery.
Hey, Avery.
Hi. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, there's like a little echo thing going on my end.
You know what? I think we might...
Oh, are you watching it on YouTube or Facebook as well?
No, just on the on our laptop.
Okay.
Oh, try that. Did that help?
You know what? We might need headphones.
Maybe.
Crap.
It's okay.
There's headphones over there coming out.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, but you won't be able to hear.
Just
Yes.
see. But
Sorry, Avery.
the latency's
okay.
on
No
your
worries.
side, right?
No, because let me just go on. I know what happened. Whoopsies. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. That's
You know,
perfect.
because we were trying to set up the sound card thing and everything, and we had technical difficulties, so we went,
Yes.
let's just go through the sound in the room.
Yeah.
But now Peter can't hear you.
I can't hear you, but I'm coming through clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I can.
I'll translate.
She can translate.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, honestly, technology has not been my friend lately either. So.
Oh, you should have seen our show last night when we were hosting. And anyway, yeah.
Well, how have both of you been?
We've been well, thanks. It's
Yes.
been like for everybody challenging,
Yes.
but you hanging in there.
Awesome. And like, what have you guys been doing new, like musically, with regards to maybe the Jazz Fest and maybe things that you're thinking of rearranging? Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be rearranged, right? So
I'll talk about the first part, and I'll let you talk about Hammond.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so what happened was in our studio here, we do a lot of, we did before COVID, intimate concerts for about 40 people.
Mhm.
And we started that in year 6 of the festival, and we've done, 13 of them.
wow.
Yeah, and then COVID came, and we had a show on March 9th in here, and then this March 30th show, obviously we couldn't do. So we quickly transitioned to doing online.
Mhm.
And since then, I've been producing and presenting the shows. I've done 60 different shows,
Wow.
bringing in different artists.
6-0.
6-0. It's been very busy. And then we were hoping to have the same kind of our intimate situation outside, socially distanced. But of course, we were in stage 2, so we couldn't.
Mhm.
And finally, we managed to have one show on our property on September 12th. And Peter will tell you about that series. It was a 4-part series that we squished into 2.
Oh, wow.
It's called Hungry for Hammond. And then we did one out here, and on October 3rd, it was a bit cold. We took it into an inside venue, but socially distanced. And I'll let Peter talk about the Hungry for Hammond series.
Was it Matt Whatdinger? Or was
Weidinger.
Weidinger, yeah.
Matt Weidinger, yeah.
Oh. Hi, Avery. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Yeah, I was going to talk just about something that's very near and dear to my heart, is the Hammond B3. So we talked about this for years, and finally it came into fruition this year. We did the Hungry for Hammond. And I'll just tell you really quick, there's only about 2 million Hammond organs on planet Earth. And it's a dying art form, but I'm really glad that we could have done this because it's bringing attention to just a beautiful instrument and surprising number of people that love and adore the sound of this great instrument, the Hammond organ, Hammond B3. So
Yeah.
and we had Matt Weidinger, and he was just this old soul in a 20-something-year-old body.
Amazing.
Just his voice was just, if you closed your eyes, you were hearing you were hearing soul from the '60s. It was just amazing.
Oh.
And yeah,
JV's Boogaloo Squad.
oh sorry, the
JV's Boogaloo
we had
Squad.
JV's Boogaloo Squad from Toronto. They were fantastic, just wonderful show, just really well put together group. And then of course we had our local in our own backyard, Randy Sturtsinger and
Graham Lear.
and Graham, legendary lover, legendary.
Oh,
drummer.
legendary!
Hey!
Whoa!
Whoa! Hey! My wife's like, what's his number?
Oh dear.
Legendary drummer. We had
With Roy Patterson.
legendary guitar player, local, and then Randy Sturtsinger. And actually, his claim to fame, the drummer, if you must know, is Graham was the drummer for Santana.
Oh, wow.
And
Ario
Speedwagon
Oh, wow.
and Gino Vanelli and
That's crazy.
He lives here in Niagara, so.
He lives here in Niagara, and he's played with the who's who of the jazz world. So
And then Lance Anderson also in Shamaka Ali.
yeah, with Lance Anderson recently in Shamaka Ali. Shamaka is a drummer for the Gap Band and for like a lot of different other popular funk groups. So it was just
They were all in this Hammond series.
all in this Hammond series. So it was quite the treat. Like a lot of different variety between like the jazz and the funk sides of the Hammond organ. So it was really good.
Absolutely. Oh, so many wonderful things. Oh, and great artists too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I know you guys can't hear each other. Can't hear
I'll
me.
translate. Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool. But what are you planning on performing for us today? Because I'm really excited.
we're going to do Norwegian Wood, one of our
Oh, yeah.
favorite arrangements that I put this arrangement together. I love the Beatles, and
Yes.
I have and still am going through a really big Beatles phase in my life. I don't know if it'll ever wear off.
I don't think it'll ever wear
It's
off.
such
Mine
good
still
music.
hasn't. So.
And
Exactly.
and oh, sorry.
I'm going to put the headphones back on for Juliet, but I'll just say that this is one of our favorite arrangements, Norwegian Wood, and Juliet always bugs me to play this arrangement,
it.
so I'll
I
pass
do.
this over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I think we'll just leave these plugged in and put them on the side, and we're just plugged into a little amp that'll come through the room. So hopefully the sound will be okay for
I'm sure
everybody.
it'll be. Your talking sound is just fine, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll
Okay.
be perfect.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just put the headphones over here. I don't want the echo thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
cool.
fine. Take it away.
Okay. I'll just
Yeah,
sit
just
here.
give me the green light to go. Are you ready? So. Once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me.
I'll show my room, isn't it She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and noticed there wasn't a chair.
I sat on the road, biding my time, drinking wine.
We talked until 2, and then I said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning, she started to laugh. I told her I did it and I crawled off to sleep in the
When I awoke, I was alone, as this bird had flown.
So I lit a fire, isn't it good?
Isn't it
Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. just
That was so beautiful. Oh, you need the headphones.
one.
That was so wonderful.
Oh, thanks. We have no idea if you could pick up the vocals.
No, it was good.
Did it come through?
Okay, cool.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because this piano's pretty loud.
Yeah, no, it sounded wonderful.
Thank you.
Beatles songs are so much fun to rearrange. Like, I
She
feel
likes
like you
Beatles
can't
songs.
go wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, loving it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before I let you guys go, I wanted to talk about just like, so a few years ago we did like that whole Christmas like Vince Guaraldi themed Charlie Brown show.
Yes.
And so I was wondering like if you guys are going to do something for Christmas this year with the Jazz Fest or whatnot, and where like we can find all of the other information on the Jazz Fest.
Excellent. So yeah, quite a few projects coming up. So there's the Canadian Online Jazz Festival that we're a part of that starts tomorrow. So 15 different jazz festivals across Canada are participating in that. And our particular slot is next Friday. And that website is cojazz.ca. So that's really exciting. Toronto, Montreal, Winnipeg, a lot of the big festivals, 15 all across Canada. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Then we have our fundraiser on December 6th, which is an online sing-along fundraiser in honor of our founding chair and his family. And then on December 20th, we're doing it's called Connected World. We had a World Music on the Beach event that was all outdoors, kind of like the Jazz in the Park one you're familiar with, and it was all world music. So we're doing an online version and with some different bands from overseas and then some locals. And then our Charlie Brown, which we had built up, as you know, to be quite a big event for about, I guess it was like 700 or 800 people.
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening, of course. So we're hoping to, if we stay at the same current situation where we can do 50 people gathering, we've got a venue that we're talking to where we'd like to do Charlie Brown on December 13th, but only with 50 people, and in little clusters in a nice big venue all spread out. So that's, here he goes.
It's my favorite album. I was literally listening to it today.
It's so great. It's that warm and fuzzy feeling every Christmas. And we were thinking of not doing it because we've got quite a few other projects. And I was like, it won't be the same without Charlie Brown.
No.
Right? Yeah, and then our website I can see is up there. So thanks for that. And then all our socials are Jazz Niagara. So and it's great what you're doing and all of the creating you're doing. Bravo. That's excellent.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your, it seems very busy schedule to come and hang out with me for 10, 15 minutes. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us. And
Thank you,
we'll look forward to looking at the rest of the show.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, see you guys. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye. So they're so wonderful. And yeah, I've performed at the Jazz Fest a couple times. I think I first met them because I was doing one of their jazz youth contests, and I had won that year, and so I got to perform at the festival and go back the next year, and then they invited me for their little Christmas show, which was super wonderful. It wasn't little, actually. It was a really big production. So yeah. So I'm going to sing a song, and then maybe I'll show a video, and then I'll bring on my next guest. Oh, I just got word from Mr. Producer Man downstairs that it's just the video. So this is a video from, I believe it was 2 years ago, maybe 3. No, it was probably 3 years ago. In April, it would be like, I think 3 years ago, 2018. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's a video compilation, so there's a bunch of songs mixed up in there, but it is on my YouTube if you wanted to watch the whole thing. But it's me at the Toronto Jazz Fest, and it'll be apropos in a second. I'll tell you why after we watch the video. But yeah, so this is me performing at the Toronto TD International Toronto Jazz Fest. Enjoy.
For work. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Avery Raquel.
You tell me you want me, but what can I do? You tell me you need me, do I need you too? You tell me you think of me day and night through. much is true. Tell you I'm not sure. I tell you it can be done. No way it was gravity that caused it hard to fall. So now I dream with eyes wide open. I now look forward to God. Because great things come to those who wait. Just take your time, don't be afraid. I miss performing live so much. With that said, I will bring on my next guest. I'm very excited to chat with him and pick his brain about what's happening. He was a graduate of the U of T Jazz program. I believe he was a trumpet player, and he was an educator, and I believe he probably still is. And he was the artistic director for the Markham Jazz Festival, but now he is currently the artistic director of the TD Toronto Jazz Festival. So please welcome Josh Grossman.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Yeah. How was your COVID experience? I feel like I'm just asking everybody these questions.
How long do you have?
I know, right?
There's are you getting a bit of an echo thing going on, or?
No, I don't. Do you?
You're good. Okay, perfect. It's there's a couple of different ways that I've experienced it. One is obviously as the artistic director of the festival. One is as an artist, and one is as a parent and family person. I mean, so all of those worlds have sort of collided over these past few months, and it hasn't really been fun.
No,
I have to say.
I'm not looking for a joyful answer. Don't worry.
Overall, I'm really thankful that our kids and our family, everyone's healthy and they're in school and they're happy. They're grades 1 and 4. So on the home front, everything feels okay.
Good.
Creatively, I think that this has been a really challenging period, I'd say. I mean, my main outlet now is my big band, the Toronto Jazz Orchestra. And, putting together an 18-piece big band right now is just completely out of the question.
Yeah.
So I still play trumpet at home and practice when I can and everything like that. But my main outlet is that big band. And so without that, it's been challenging. It's been, I really felt like something's been missing. and haven't felt the drive to compose or arrange in the way that I might otherwise, especially if I had stuff on the calendar coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the festival perspective, I mean, it's been kind of a mixed bag. It's, we're trying to figure out what next year's festival is going to look like exactly.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to figure out how to stay active through this time and how to still support musicians. We have incredible musicians in the city that we want to make sure are working and getting paid as much as we can, that we're still spreading the word about the music that they're playing and allowing people to experience live music as much as possible. So we've done a few different initiatives and they've been a lot of fun. And so there's been that side of things, feeling that sense of accomplishment of having actually done some stuff, but also recognizing it's not what we usually do or would usually be doing right about this time of year.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's interesting talking to people about their jazz festivals and the stuff that they're having to sacrifice for whatever is going on like in the world. So I have like a few notes beside me because I do that before every show.
Sure.
But it says you were a performance manager with the Glenn Gould School. I just wanted to pick your brain about that and that experience of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I got out of school, I was playing a fair bit and I was doing a bunch of private teaching and everything like that. And for a number of reasons, which require far more wine than I have here and probably more time than we have here, I sort of made the decision that pursuing a performance career full-time was not going to be for me.
Right.
And so by that point, I had sort of developed a bit of an aptitude for the administrative side of the world. And I'm very thankful that I applied and interviewed for a job at the conservatory and had someone working there who saw some potential in me and took a chance on me. And it was my first sort of real full-time job, period.
Yeah.
But it was my first real foray into the arts administrative sort of side of the industry. And over the 4 years, I got to manage and produce concerts and learn about marketing and learn a little bit about fundraising and certainly learn about working within a larger institution. The Glenn Gould School is the professional training component of the Royal Conservatory of Music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am really thankful for that experience. And I doubt she's listening, but Kathy Blewett, wherever you are, thank you for hiring me.
What would you say was like kind of your favorite aspect, I guess, of like your career so far? Would you say it's the artistic director side of things? Would you say it's the education? Would you say it's the teaching? Like what would you think would be the highest of your list?
Yeah, I mean, my passion is in the music itself.
Right.
I mean, I'm a trained musician. I chose to go into jazz because I love that music in particular. So the opportunities that I have had to work directly in sort of a setting where I can book jazz and find different ways to spread what I think is the importance of jazz music and understand how the music is changing and reflect that in my program and continue to learn about all that. I mean, that's where my passion really lies. That said, working at the conservatory was great for X number of reasons.
Right.
I managed a children's choir for a couple of years, which was fantastic because, again, it was administrative experience. But watching the artistic director of that choir work, Polos, wherever you are, way to go. Like she was incredible with these kids, and she just had this philosophy that if you can talk, you can sing. And the way that she was able to bring these kids out of their shell and make really high quality music was such a great learning experience for me on the artistic side, even though I was there in an administrative capacity.
Yeah.
And then, working with Continuum Contemporary Music for 10 years, learning about all this wacky, but great music, while, again, being an administrator. So I'm really thankful that all of these various things have allowed me to grow both the artistic and the sort of administrative side of my personality and my training.
Yes. So I know that you did go to U of T, and like with COVID and everything going on right now, a lot of my colleagues at school have been like maybe taking a gap year or like doing school online. And I was curious, like, if you were in that situation, what would you say that you would do, or what would you suggest in like terms of like how the education should like keep going, with everything going on?
Yeah, and there's a lot of components of this situation that I'm not sure outside of the sort of industry and people who are right in it, the general public might think about. And being in school, what are you doing in school, by the way? Where are you?
I'm at Humber.
Oh, you're at Humber. Okay.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought you were somewhere further away.
No.
So, like, a performance-based education is very challenging online.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And how do you make that happen? And you can have private lessons one-on-one and that sort of thing, but any kind of group context, the technology just hasn't caught up yet.
Right.
So that's not there. So I can understand the compulsion to sort of take a year off, really focus in on one's craft, and come back when we can all rehearse together and perform together and do that sort of thing. I would say, though, that the biggest challenge for anybody, student up to most seasoned veteran, is maintaining the drive to do the work right now when there are basically no gigs on the table.
Yeah.
And basically no opportunities to play for audiences. All the reasons that I would think artists do what they do. I mean, beyond just being personally driven and feeling a passion for the music that they're performing. I mean, maybe you can talk to that. Like, like you're studying this music and this art form because you love it and you're passionate about it, and you're sounding fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
But without the outlet, what do you do? I mean, I guess stuff like this, which is great.
Yes,
but
we just fill the time, right?
Well, yeah, no, but that's it. Like, and then how much time filling can a person do before a person starts to really feel discouraged about the situation?
Yep, absolutely.
So, it's really hard to know what I would do.
Yeah, I know. It's a whole crazy situation. Well, before I let you go, what are maybe the the definite plans that you may have for the festival, or definite artists that may be featured in the festival coming up, and where we can find all that information?
Yeah, absolutely. So I see the website's on the page, which is great, torontojazz.com, and all of our social media stuff is Toronto Jazz Festival. Yes. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. We will have something coming up that I can't really talk about yet, but we'll have a really fun show coming up in December. That's going to be online and on air. And then looking forward to next year. Our dates are when they usually are, June 18th to 27th of 2021. Our plan is to put on as robust a festival as we can.
Yes.
It's kind of basically what the answer is. We are expecting that it will be primarily local and Canadian musicians, just by the nature of what's going on right now. And we are so lucky to live in a city and in a country where we can put on an incredible festival without bringing anyone in from outside of the country. I mean, it's always a treat to welcome people in who are making an impact on the jazz and jazz-related genres from all over the world. But I mean, the talent in this country and in the city in particular is outstanding. So we know it's going to be a great festival, whatever happens. But what actually happens, we're throwing darts at a board right now.
Absolutely. Well, at least it's great to stay positive and know that there's still stuff that is coming up. So
exactly.
That's good to hold on to.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and chat with me. It sounds like some wonderful things are happening, and it's great to catch up with you and whatnot.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, so many crazy things going on in the world. So it's great that we can maybe just take a break and let music uplift us a little bit more. That's probably something that I would have definitely taken out of that conversation. So I'm gonna sing a song. Actually, I need to plug in my computer because it unplugged for some reason. So I'm gonna do that quickly. Just give me 2 seconds. But so I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote, and depending on when the next guest is ready to go, I might sing more. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not in a rush. So yeah. This is a song called. Okay, so I think I sang this song last time, but
I changed the name, I think. I can't remember. Because I wanted to call the song I Think, but then I was like, no, you know what? That doesn't really roll off the tongue the same. So I'm thinking of changing it to You Said. It's okay. I'm just going to play it and maybe it won't matter.
Maybe I'm a mess, maybe it's just stress, but then I see your face there in my mind. Then I'm put at ease, so promise, baby, please, that you won't ever, ever leave. 'Cause baby, you take me back to the summer when you stole my heart, sitting on the bay, the 24th of May. And now I read your mind just like a work of art, eyes of ocean blue. It was the perfect view. And then you said, I think I love you. Like a lucid dream, you swiped away the pain, and I wouldn't trade you for the world. When I'm feeling low, you hold and kiss me slow, reminding me that you are all I need. And baby, that takes me back to the summer when you stole my heart, sitting on the bay, the 24th of May. And now I read your mind just like a work of art, eyes of ocean blue. It was the perfect view. And then you said, I think I love you. Even as the leaves turn brown, I'll always feel the same. And no matter where we are, I'll just call out your name. And baby, you'll take me back to the summer when you stole my heart, sitting on the bay, the 24th of May. And now I read your mind just like a work of art, eyes of ocean blue. It was the perfect view. And then you said, I think I love you. Yes, you said, I think I love you. Oh, you said, I think I love you.
So that is my song called You Said, I guess. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. But just in time, actually. So I'm ready to bring on my final guest for this evening. And I've been really excited to chat with him. And I think you should be too. So let's start with this. I first met him because I was doing ICRF in Toronto at Kerner Hall, which was a cancer relief fund for research in Israel, which was a really cool concert. I had a lot of fun. And so there was a bunch of youth artists that they had gathered together, and then they brought in these like wonderful professional musicians that we had the opportunity of performing with. But with that said, my last guest, he was one of the professionals, and he was on the very first season of American Idol, which I'm sure he hears this all the time, but I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. He's this amazing vocalist and an educator, and I'm really thrilled to talk to him today. So please welcome Justin Guarini.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy that I got to listen to that song. It was really beautiful.
Oh, thank
really
you.
well played, well sung, and I'll say the same thing the first time that I met you. just you are so talented, and whatever it is, you want to call it an X factor, you want to call it a whatever, you have got it
Oh,
for
thanks.
sure.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just can't wait to see what you continue to do in your career and in your life, because I mean, it's just when you were singing that last song, I just think like, oh, okay, there's like a Sarah Bareilles and a Tori Amos and Regina Spektor and all those wonderful artists, right, that are there that you don't hear that much. I mean, of course, Sarah Bareilles, like,
Of
she
course.
wrote Waitress, right? Like, of course,
Yes.
right. But that you don't hear that so much now. Much of it's very processed pop, and I love that. Nothing
Right.
wrong with that.
Right.
But I just love that you are someone who can just sit at the piano and sing your song,
Oh,
and
thank
it's
you.
great. From melodic, obviously your voice is fantastic,
No,
but
thanks.
melodic. I'm just gonna sit here and critique your last
Yeah,
song.
just do that. Yeah.
No, from
I'll
a
just take it all
melodic
in.
and a lyric standpoint, I mean, it really is really wonderful,
Thank
and I
you.
just can't wait to see you continue to grow and evolve. And I mean, it's awesome, outstanding. Now I can't wait to see where we go with it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. That's it. Good night,
Wow,
everybody.
good
Thank
night,
you.
everyone. So how have you been
I've
during
been
all
great.
of this?
Yeah, I've been really good. As a matter of fact, tonight at 7 p.m., I teach my online audition masterclass, which is why
Right, which you're doing tonight.
blue thing behind me. Yeah, great. Yeah, now we can see more. We can see more of the blue screen.
Yes.
But yeah, no, like I'll show you my little setup here. It's got like yeah. Oh, there
Ooh,
it is. Hey,
there it
look at
is.
that. Look at that. There's an ad right here. Yes, right over there is me. Tonight, 7 p.m. Virtually, I'll be doing a live training and Q&A all about the online audition process. And I'm sure you've auditioned and maybe any of the. Look at that, a Shorby link on here. I love StreamYard. Isn't it great?
Yes, isn't it great?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much for promoting that
Of
and for
course.
putting that up there. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. But beyond that, I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I'm just trying to make my way a day at a time through this mess. We finally got the call for the elections, and so that's wonderful. And so we're just, I feel like it has been a very hard year for everyone in every facet of life and
Yes.
at every level of this business, if you want to talk about, the entertainment business for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, besides that masterclass live stream that you're doing, what other kind of personal projects are you working on during this time?
The personal project, I mean, I have that for sure, and I love
Right.
it. But then I'm just like everyone else in the sense
Okay.
in my business where I audition for things. I have my whole, part of this. I was showing it
Yeah.
before. Like, this is just that's the roof of my office here. But if you look, I don't want to unplug anything. But it just, I mean, I have my lights and my backdrop and my microphone and everything, and I'm just auditioning like everyone else. But I
Right.
recognize that so many people have been struggling with that, which is why I made the class. But really, I mean, that has been so much of my focus. And so when it comes to Broadway, I was supposed to be in a Broadway show this
Oh
year.
no, that's so
I
sad.
know. And it was going to be the Britney Spears musical too, right? Like, oh, right. Well, it's what was known as the Britney Spears
Right.
musical.
Okay.
But it is. It's just so sad to see on one hand how much of our industry has been affected by COVID and by the fact that people shouldn't be close together, which when you come to any sort of live performance, that's what you got to be, right?
Yes.
But beyond that, I've just been trying to diversify, and of course film and television is important for me. I've done private concerts and just trying to keep my skills sharp.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, for performers who are watching right now, that is the best thing that you can do. There's so many people who are just like,
Yep.
I'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then there are those people like yourself, like other people who are continuing to play, who are continuing to sing, who are continuing to put out content, who are staying sharp. And, whenever the industry decides to reopen en masse, it's those people who are going to be at the top of the pile for sure.
Yes. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And so I have to ask, Do you still talk to the other contestants from your year of American Idol?
Yeah, I just did about a month and a half, maybe two. Gosh, it all blurs. It's
Of course.
Blur's Day. I say every day is Blur's Day, but probably about at least a couple of months ago, I did an Idol reunion for my season of American Idol, and so I got to see everybody on that, with the exception of Kelly. I actually went on Kelly's show, Kelly Clarkson's show, that she had before. I think it was like in December or something of 2019, and so I got to go do that. And Simon, Paula, and Randy and I came onto her show. It was a beautiful reunion. And then a few months later, I got together everyone else, and it was just so good to see how everyone was doing. Unfortunately, just a few days ago, Nikki McKibben, who came in third on that show, passed away.
I saw you posting
that was a shock to everybody. And she was really funny and fun and just had a sharp Southern wit. But she left behind a wonderful legacy, and everyone who's been on that show certainly has as well. And I love the fact that we all kind of get to talk to one another and share war stories.
Of course, yeah. And would you say that whole experience of being on the show kind of changed you as an artist or as a singer, just in general?
Absolutely. Well, it's going to the moon changes an astronaut, right? Yeah. You can train for it forever, but until you actually go there, then you don't really know what it's like, and that's it. A lot of the students who will come to me will be like, well, how do I, I feel like you need a lucky break. You need a lucky break. And I love to tell people that luck is just preparation meeting opportunity, right? Same thing with an astronaut, right? It's like you prepare, and then maybe you get the opportunity, maybe you don't. But when you get that opportunity, you better be prepared, right? And that's it. And so that's why it's so vital now, when especially people are starting to, myself included, just get tired of the pandemic and masks are so necessary, but they're annoying. I get that, right? But at this point, I feel like it's almost like we're coming full circle in the sense of okay, we're getting tired of things. We got to stay prepared. We got to stay sharp. We got to make sure that we continue on a path that's going to serve us in the long run. And I'm talking more specifically about skills, right? For the entertainer, for the performer like yourself. That when the opportunity comes, we will be prepared. And that is what people call luck. And so, yes, it has changed me, to answer your question. It's completely opened my eyes to so many things about the business that I didn't know. And then at the same time taught me just how to think on my feet and quickly in a very high pressure situation.
Yeah. Wow. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I heard you were going to perform something.
Oh, sure. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think it might have been a week or two or something ago, was the 18th anniversary of my time on American Idol. And so I just wanted to do what I did on American Idol for my audition. It's Acapulco.
Yep.
The professionals call it acapella. But so this was a song that I actually sang. Thank you very much, Pat, for your comment there. That I sang for my audition. And I will never forget, and I'll preface it really quickly with the fact that one of the greatest things I ever learned about auditions, which is part of the reason why I teach a class about them, is the more that you can go into an audition and have fun and play and either stop acting or stop trying to be something that they want, the more you will have success. That's why I love to tell my students, stop acting and start playing. And what I learned, and what has gotten me more jobs, including the one of my most favorite jobs as Lil Sweet in the Diet Dr. Pepper commercials here in America for the past 6 years, was the fact that I went in, I had fun, and I just was myself. I didn't try and be anything other than me, and I had a good time. And so that's what I did on this song. So this is a song that I walked in the room at 22 years of age. 22. Which would be 20 years ago, because I just turned 42. 20 years ago, I walked into the audition room and I sang this. When I had you. I treated you bad and oh so wrong, my dear. But since you've been away, don't you know that I sit around with my head hanging down, and I wonder who's loving you.
Oh, that's so good. So now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the original edition.
Oh gosh, well, maybe you just want to watch this one because
Yeah.
I go back and I just like, oh, I can't believe
I know. I can't watch past things that I've done.
Yeah,
either.
exactly. I think we're all our own worst critic, and if you think about it, that was it was like a lifetime. It felt like a couple lifetimes ago for me.
Yes.
But I am so glad that you invited me on here. Thank you.
I'm so glad you agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, before I let you go, where can people find you? What things are coming up that you
sure.
want people to check out, etc.?
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you very much for having me on this show. Thank you for doing what it is that you do. I love it that you get to be such a wonderful example for young people. I can't believe I'm saying that. But you are, really. So thank you for doing what you do. And yeah, if you want to find me, it's all right there, like you just see it. It's / Justin Guarini. If you can't spell Justin Guarini, just Google the guy from American Idol. And yeah, just Google this guy. Some version of that guy, and you'll find my name. But yeah, I'm on Instagram and all of the Facebooks and the TikToks and the whatever. So yeah, I'm around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and all the best with your masterclass this evening.
Pleasure. Thank you very much for having me on. All the best with what you do. I cannot wait to work with you again. Okay. Take care. In the meantime, be safe, please. All right.
Yes, you too.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Oh, he's so wonderful. Like I actually think I'm gonna go back after the show is done and watch what he's done, just because I want to. Yeah, so it's been really wonderful. I think I'm gonna sing a song, maybe show a video, and I keep getting messages from Mr. Producer downstairs, but he wanted me to say we have a common friend, Jim Caruso. So Jim Caruso does Cast Party, and I was on Cast Party, and I believe Justin knows Jim Caruso. But he's going to be on Cast Party, I believe Monday. So if you want to go watch that, it's really cool. So what it is it's basically just Jim Caruso's this great personality. I strongly suggest it. So they used to be held at Birdland, but obviously due to COVID, it's online. So I did Cast Party a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Wow. Anyways, so that was so much fun, and Jim Caruso is just really wonderful. So if you want to go check out Justin on Cast Party, you can go to just Google Cast Party, and it'll give you all the information. But it's a really fun show to watch. I strongly suggest it. So I'm gonna do a tune, and then I'm gonna show a video, and yeah, and then I'll see you all in a week from this. No, this happens every time. November 21st. There it is. Yes, 2 weeks. Okay. So, what should I sing? I don't know. Maybe I will do. It's a toss-up between an original. Should I do a cover? Maybe I'll do. Guys, I don't know what to do. An original? Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I will do an original. I just have to find which one I want to do. Okay. Here. Okay. I showed a video for this, and the video's up. And so this is me telling you to go watch that video. It's on my YouTube channel, so please go watch it. I promoted it last week, and it's had some great success so far, so please go watch it. But this is a song that I wrote, kind of just about learning to love yourself before you can give love to others, people. In that it's really easy to find if you just sit and work on it, you know, loving yourself and respecting yourself and whatnot. So especially like when we're just sat alone in the quiet during COVID with all of our thoughts, I think it's really important to just kind of find ourselves in other ways that we didn't think we could before. So yeah, this is called Deep in My Mind. I gave away my heart, perhaps too soon. I don't know what to do. You try to build me up, but I should stay on the ground another day. Maybe weeks or months or even years, 'cause right now all I've offered you is tears. Everywhere I turn I see love, I see love. Still I've yet to learn how to love myself, and then perhaps I'll finally have some for all those around me. Soon I'll find, buried deep in my mind. Yesterday was swell, and times before, but I need to close some doors. I need some time to grow, some time to learn, some time to finally know. If I can't find the time to love myself, then how on earth am I to love somebody else? I have often found I give away everything these days. I've offered up my air they think they need, when I just need to breathe more of all that air I gave away, so I can keep it saved up for another day. Everywhere I turn I see love, I see love. Still I've yet to learn how to love myself, and then perhaps I'll finally have some for all those around me. Soon I'll find, buried deep in my mind. One day you will see, you'll finally understand what all this means to me. But for now, I won't push any further down the line I've yet to draw. Before I vanish off the shelf, I need to find the love within myself. Everywhere I turn I see love, I see love. Still have yet to learn how to love myself, and then perhaps I'll finally have some for all those around me. Soon I'll find, soon I'll find, soon I'll find, buried deep in my mind, deep in my mind. Deep in my mind. Thank you. So that was called Deep in My Mind, and you can watch the video for that on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram page. Thank you, Michael. Also, thank you, Teresa. So join me on the November 21st. I'm going to have, back by popular demand, the wonderful Stacey K, which I'm super excited to catch up with her, because I haven't seen her since, I think, the first show, or maybe the second. Early on, really early on. I'll also get to finish my interview with the wonderful Broadway star, Leslie Margarita. She had technical issues the last time we were here, but hopefully we'll get to hear her perform, and at least one other wonderful guest. I won't give it all away right now. So I'm super excited, but I am going to show a video, and this is by the same guy who videotaped the last video that was recently posted. So his name is Jamal Earl, and he has a clothing line out, and all the information for that would be on my Instagram, and you can search up Jamal Earl too. So keep an eye out for that t-shirt with a little cassette tape on it. It's super cute. This is a song that I wrote, and it's called Please. So this is the video for it. Caught me by surprise, how could I despise your company? It's all new to me, can't rewind. Maybe I should walk away, leave these thoughts at bay, no agony. Still so new to me, let's take our time. Love is a fire, you're the flame. I'm gonna add another player to your game. So stuck. You whisper words to me, baby, can't you see? I'm not gonna just get up and leave. Give me time to breathe. Please, we have a heart to heart. Every time we talk, persuading me unknowing I am blind. I'm in my pretty world, that's what I've been told. Can't think straight. How does my love rate on the line? Love is a fire, you're the flame. Gonna add another player to your game. Never knowing what to say, your mind is gonna stray. I think you should know by now that I'm stuck, so stuck. You whisper words to me, baby, can't you see? I'm not gonna just get up and leave. Give me time to breathe, and only time will tell. But I know your mind will, your heart is fell, and I know what we need. A little distance without distancing. Never knowing what to say, mind is gonna stray. I think you should know by now that I'm stuck, so stuck. You whisper words to me, baby, can't you see? I'm not gonna just get up and leave. Give me time to breathe. Please just give me time to breathe. Please. Well, thank you everybody so much, and hopefully I see you all on November 21st. Stay safe, everybody. Good night.